Hi, this is your girl Simply Love, and I'm here to put a video out for you guys. And this is going to be, all about your sign. We're going to talk about, some traits, and this is just a blueprint because, we all have different things in our natal chart. I suggest everyone to get their natal chart done. All you need is your birthday, the time, if you have the time on your birth certificate, and the month and the year that you were born, and you can get your natal chart for free. Okay. And you can kind of like, as I'm going along, doing my videos and things like that, I'm going to, get more into astrology. I find it to be very interesting the more and more I find out how we're a part of these planets and how these planets affect us. And that helps us to learn how to even predict or manipulate or know what's coming up under our planet. And with your natal chart, that'll really, really help you to manipulate what's going to happen or what needs to be happening here. Some things that you can avoid in your life. It's what it started out to be in the first place. Our ancestors, spirit guides, they always were led by the land, the universe. The stars, the sun, the moon, things like that is how they operated, growing food from the ground. Everything has to do with who we are as individuals. Okay, with that being said, the first one we're going to do here now is we're going to talk all about Aquarius. Okay, so, all about Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled. Now, pay attention to the moon sign that I give you. So this moon, not the moon sign, I'm sorry, but the planet. Sorry about that. Okay, so Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Okay, if you don't know what Uranus does, you can always look that up. But that's what Aquarius is ruled by. It's the only planet in the solar system that spins on its side. Okay, I can give you that much information. It does spin on its side. It's the only one in the whole, out of all the planets. You've been known to, Aquarius, you've been known to do things your own way. I mean, if any of you know Aquarius or, been around Aquarius, I'm quite sure you have. I read a lot of people that says, Aquariuses, they love to be around them. They so fun, so free going, and so sociable and friendly. But there's good and bad sides to everything. But I'm just bringing out the main blueprint. So Aquarius they rebel against everything. Okay, if you tell an Aquarius to go right where everybody else is going, Aquarius is going to go left, and everybody's going to be looking like, what the hell is she doing or he doing? They just stick out in that way. They're natural rebels. Okay, they are rebels. They rebel against things that hinder people's freedom. Okay, anything that hinders people's freedom, they rebel against it. They move on a different path. They're really unpredictable. Okay, they move on a different path. They're different from everyone else. Some people call Aquariuses I hope I'm saying this right. Eccentric. Others appreciate your cutting edge, originality, and authentic style. Knowing about your sign and, the traits of your sign and things like this and other people's sign too, it will help you to understand each other better. It will help you to even communicate and get along a lot better because there's a certain understanding of your blueprint of everyone. And it all starts with astrology. It started, way before, time existed. That's what whole thing was set up on. Okay, so they do have that cutting edge. They got that different style about themselves. And one of the ways that Aquarius is like a paradox. They're highly individualistic. That means like they just loners, a lot of them. But when they do get around people, you know, they make shit happen. Okay. They make sure everybody have a good time, and they're going to have a good time too. If they're going to have a good time, they're going to make sure everybody else does. And as you know, they're real big on talking. They're very charismatic. But also they're like an amazing team player. They like to do things and get along with others to make things work in a harmonious way. So Aquarius rules the zodiac's 11th house of teamwork. And when I come out with another video, say in between my monthlies or mid-months, I'm going to get into it about the houses, what houses you're in, or just give you an understanding of it. Like I said, to understand, yourself, you would need to have a natal chart done. Go to natalchart.com if you have all that information that I gave you. So Aquarius is ruled by Zodiac's 11th house of teamwork. There's a total of 12 houses, because there's 12 signs. There's 12 planets. Okay. You might look like the fresh-faced girl or guy. I mean, you might look like that person next door on the outside. You look like you got it all together. You wear, you're different, unique. People are attracted to that, because sometimes we are living in a world where everybody just want to copycat, and it makes everybody looks the same. Where Aquarius rebels against that too. They don't want to look like everybody else does, whether it's clothing, whether it's facial things, whether it's hair, whether it's shoes, whatever it may be, personality. They just don't want to go along with what everybody else is going. They're not followers. They are leaders, true rebel leaders. But they do know how to get along with people and try to help people get along in order to make things go right. So they may look fresh-faced, a guy or girl Aquarian. Looks like on the outside, but inside, they march to the beat of their own drum. Sometimes they can pull that chameleon role. They can do just about anything, okay, to fit in, or you're not saying fit in to the point, but sometimes they do things in order to get information, because Aquarius is an air sign. They carry the swords of truth, the swords of communication, and the swords of intelligence, like thinking. They're always thinking. There is a reason for their madness, okay? If they become aloof, that's when you want to kind of watch them, because they're getting information. Because when somebody thinks you're aloof or out there or a little crazy or something like that, they'll just look at you and they'll just say anything, but you'll be saying the right things to Aquarius. That's how they operate. It's like they make you think they're aloof, and then you tell them everything they need to know. They're like a Columbo. Y'all remember the show Columbo? If you don't remember that, go on YouTube or somewhere like that and look up some scenes of Columbo and see that's how an Aquarius operates, to get information out of people. Sometimes they can be aloof and really be aloof, because they're silly. They can be really silly at times. So, being they're so vibrant, Aquarians are also naturally popular, because they're very vibrant and a social sign. Like I said, they love to be around people. They like telling jokes, even if they're awkward. They think it's funny and they're gonna laugh. I think a lot of the time, just them laughing is what make people laugh, not necessarily the joke. They do things. They say things to provoke a conversation or a topic. Now, you might run into Aquariuses and you may think that they act like they know everything. It's not that they know everything or try to act like they know everything. What they're doing is challenging. They like challenges. They don't want nobody to agree or disagree. They rather be in agreement and in disagreement, if you understand what I'm saying. They like to agree to disagree. That's all it is. It's not no beef, and it's not nothing where they're trying to tell you what to do or make you think they know it all, because they don't. A lot of times they even do that to get, a lot of different information, because they're a communicated person. Their antennae are always up, gathering information, gathering knowledge, so they can be a well-rounded person, or at least try to be. Okay. So don't get it twisted when you get around a Aquarius and they start, provoking conversations or topics that may be out of your thought pattern on a daily basis. They just pop up with, whatever. Okay. So people truly do make the world go around, is how Aquarius feels. That's why they do the things that they do. And it's always in an awkward way, and it's always in a rebellious way. And you can become an instant BFF with them. If y'all don't know, that means best friends forever. People like to be around them, and they kind of come dependent on an Aquarius. Even with the most random strangers, they can connect with anybody. Like I'm saying, going back with their antennas up and seem like they're putting up a topic to seem like a battle. They're just gaining knowledge out of that. That's why they could be so likable to a lot of people. What else am I thinking? They're like the sign of the future as well. They can be a bit of an alien. Okay. If y'all know Aquarius, you know what I'm talking about. They can be a bit of an alien, a little out there, in their approach. Not that they care about offending anyone. Aquarius rules casual connections, and you can disengage as quickly as they connect. As quickly as they can connect to someone, they can quickly disengage themselves too. In fact, they're very platonic pals. You may get better treatment than your romantic partners. They may get better treatment than their romantic partners does. While you can be a bit, Aquariuses can be a bit unsentimental on one level. They can be a little bit more sensitive. Excuse me, I do have a cold. You can be moved to tears by the plight of animals. Something about animals that moves them emotionally, because they're very detached emotionally. So certain things can trigger them to tears and things like that. Their environment or other social justice issues. Aquariuses are the Bohemians at heart in some ways, but you also get the job done. Okay, Aquariuses do get the job done. As a fixed sign, we went through that in that first video I made about the fixed coronals and things like that, and what signs falls under them. Aquarius falls under the fixed sign. You can be quite hardworking when you're really devoted yourself to a goal. Like when you plan something, you usually start from your head. You think about it. You're like the magician. And I think the magician holds some energy of Uranus too, and Virgos, and I think Gemini as well fits in with the major arcana, the magician, because they think about things first and then they like to put it into action. But being that Aquarius is a fixed sign, it makes them more productive and it makes them like, once they start something, darn it, they're going to fix it. So they could be quite hardworking when you deserve it, and they deserve a goal or devoted to a goal. They're very competitive as well and lesser known. A streak of a merge. When they really want something, they kind of go for it. Nothing turns an Aquarian on like progress. Okay. So I hope that made some sense for some of you, or some of you out there may be dating an Aquarius, or some of you are friends with an Aquarius, and some of those little nicks and things like that you kind of wondering about. I hope that cleared it up on how they are. Now I'm going to get off